Yellow. Yep. I changed my Titus water. One sec, guys. Got to do the clickings. Hey, Freds. Freds. Warden. Thank God, Warden, that you were present for that. That is a textbook example of how I don't understand people. I don't understand at all. That was... What just happened? What just happened? Oh man, I'm going to blue tack over those numbers. You want to hear this? That was... I don't understand people. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, right? So, Freds, would you like to hear a tale of something, right? Do you want to... I just don't get it. Can I tell you this story, Freds, whilst it's fresh in my mind? He might even join. He might join. If he does, I'll tell him all. I'll tell him... He might learn something. I mean, what just happened? Oh, man. Okay. You let me know, Freds. You let me know. Okay, right. So doing the old TikTok, right? Doing the old TikTok Fred, TikTok streams, and the first person who joined and actually spoke wasn't someone from here. It was someone else, right? I won't name them, but they came on and they typed, and I was like, oh, okay, look, here's a person here. It's fantastic. And I was like, I ended it like I usually do. Like, if I never see you again, take care. So long. See you later. Toddler. And then today, I happened to, a few streams later, he came on again. And he's like, oh, I see you've got the invite to guest thing. I was like, yeah, all right. Go on then. I mean, I'm like 2 minutes away from getting my achievement. But I thought to myself, go on then. I'll just give it a go. Hummerost, if this is you beyond, we're talking about you. Because that was just wild. So then I invite him on. Great. Okay. Gonna talk about models. Brilliant. Let's talk about models. He decides in my stream as my guest to inform me about how he's been having some problems with his new house. He's moved in. They haven't unpacked yet. They've been there a year. He tried to take off some wallpaper and the wall came off and they haven't been able to unpack. I was like, okay, that's rough. What's that got to do with assembling Death Guard in my stream? But okay, fine. Then he decides to tell me about his relative passing. It's rough. We've all lost relatives. It's not a nice thing. Again, you're a guest in my stream. What does the first time I've ever spoken to you, may I add? First time I've ever spoken to you. Okay, so you've offloaded about your property. You've offloaded over the demise of your family member, which is an awful thing, but I don't know why you're telling me. Right? So we got that. Okay, again, what's that got to do with assembling Terminators and Death Guard? I don't know, right? Then, without asking, he starts self-promoting a new Tyranides painting. And at that point, I called him up on it. I was like, hey, hang on a second. You didn't even ask for advertising. Where are your manners? You sound like that you're from the UK. You're forgetting yourself, sir. And then I was like, are you English? He's like, well, I'm British. I was like, oh, you're one of those. And then, but it's like, he came in, and he just offloaded his emotional baggage. And I've got a newsflash for you, Beyond. If that is you, I've got a newsflash. Everyone's going through stuff. Everyone's going through stuff, right? Everyone's got horrible shizness going on, right? Everyone has it. The reason the stream exists is for us to sit here and hang out and talk about something that isn't that horribleness. So don't come here and use me as like a little bucket to pour all your stresses into. I don't want it. I don't want that responsibility. That's not me. You know? And you were a guest, invited to a guest. You are not on your best behavior, sir. You are not on your best behavior. That is for sure. So yeah, so that's the story. Hopefully this humorist is beyond, and you might think twice before joining the stream, because like we talked about anything but the content of the stream. I mean, I'm not doing that again. Lesson learned, guys. Lesson learned. And I ran over time for getting on here as well. I decided to stay to be polite, but then I was like, oh, just get out of here, Tay. What are you doing? What are you doing? So yeah, that was just... yeah, never doing that again. So we've got to figure out these greens. I'm pretty pleased with this guy, but we need to figure out the greens. We've got the recesses a little bit less green with that Agrax, which is good. So we've done that, but we do need to solve the green issue. I quite like how this green looks with Agrax on. We might be able to do something with it, but I don't know if I need to shade it or not. I'm not sure. You know what? Before we start it, let's get a coat on Titus. I listened to your advice, guys. I did change my paint water, so we got that going on. But yeah, unbelievable, unbelievable. I didn't see it coming at all. I didn't see it coming. Especially when he started self-promoting. What a curveball that was. I was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry for your loss. Hang on a second. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not your unwilling promotional platform. What is this? Who are you? We've never met. This is our first time. It was just such a twist. I just couldn't see it coming. I was flabbergasted. I was like, what a curveball. It's just... what was that? What on earth was that? Oh, and he decided to tell me about how he's going to get back into streaming. Okay, fine, yada, yada, yada. What's that got to do with me assembling Death Guard? Not even me. What's it got to do with assembling Death Guard? You didn't add anything. Like, I don't know you. I don't know you at all. You know, listening to other people's burdens is something reserved for people I know, my friends, because the biggest compliment you can pay someone is not being a burden. So if someone's willing to listen to your burden, they really, really do like you. You know? As guys, anyway. That's how we're unfortunately raised, that we shouldn't be a burden on others. It's rough. Yeah, Fred, it was just... Yeah. The issue is that I think he thinks he's the main character, you know? And I'm kind of coming from the opposite end of the spectrum on that one. I don't think I'm anything at all. So, yeah, he definitely just came in there and tried to hijack. So, yeah, sorry, I don't need that. Don't need that. What? And the issue is that I feel if Humorast was him, he's just going to be mad. He's just going to be mad. He's not going to self-reflect. He's just going to be mad. How dare he talk about me like that? You know? He's just going to get mad. The promotion is what got me. The self-promotion in someone else's stream, the audacity of it. Like I was sympathizing with the rest, but when it's just like, no, what are you doing? What was that? It was just the irony, right? The irony is if he had led with the new Tyranid being painted, I would have been interested. I would have been like, oh, I always enjoy talking about colours. Do you have Discord? Got any photos? But no, not at all. Man, and that's why I don't get people. I don't get them. Honestly, I feel like for me to not understand that, I don't know what's going on. I don't understand it. And my wife wonders why I don't want to go outside anymore. It was what it was, Freds, how it made me feel was like, hey, guess what? Manan's dead. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Anyway, Tyranids, what's that all about? It's like, oh, what's going on? We're jumping topics too much. Hey, Earth. Oh, wait, Earth, you're Echo, right? No, Earth, you're someone else. Earth, you're a citizen. You're a citizen. You are, yeah, you're definitely a citizen, right? Discord's up. That's good. Okay. Hey, Ven. And that is why I don't like going outside. Because they're the people you meet. I'm never letting a guest in ever again on that TikTok streaming. Never ever doing it. Congratulations. Was it close? I do like the close matches. I'm not so keen on the ones. Yeah, so Nan's dead. Tyrannism, all right? Let's talk about those. I need to figure out the green. I need some green options. So obviously we did Moot, but this is the flesh that I used, and I didn't like it. But I kind of feel like I want to... We've improved since, you know? We've improved since, so maybe if we go... What about if we go with Orruk? This one, this horrible green, same as Death Guard green. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Death Guard green and they've changed it. Let's blend it up to this. That's too big a jump, isn't it? Or should we just go this? No, I use Cinnabite too much. It's really pretty. What other greens we got kicking about? Probably very few. Oh, hang on a second though. We have Army Painter. Maybe there's some greens in there. Lighten it with that, maybe. Scurrying Bones it's becoming my methadone to Troll's Teeth. It's actually growing on me. And there's another one. We found another one. I tell you what, Army Painter should have really done me a solid and just sponsored me because I've been promoting their stuff. Banshee Hair. There's another one creeping in. Moss Green. Moss Green leading into... Oh, maybe we do it the other way around. Maybe this is the lighter one. Maybe we work up to that and go Moss Green, Orruk, Flesh combination. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And you know what? As I'm still holding, lovingly, the Scurrying Bones, I'm going to listen to Fate. Because I didn't put it down, did I? I just craded it. Yeah, yeah. Warden has such a good line. Hey, can we get to 100 likes? If we do that, we will live stream from the grave. Man, Warden, thank you for being there, man, because that was, it felt surreal. I was like, I'm so happy someone else saw it. Freds, I don't even know what a shade green is, frankly, bud. I haven't got a clue. No clue. No idea what a shade green is. Ironically, this green might be exactly the same colour as the other green. Let's have a look. Okay, they're not the same. One is definitely darker. What we need is a little bit of ink. Hey guys, check out me mixing paints. So there we go. So we've got the Moss Green. Next to it is the Orruk Imitation Death Guard Green. We're going to put inks in both of those, mix those together, and then we're going to lighten it with Scurrying Bones. What do you mean? Look, it's perfectly organised. So we've got General Pop here. This is Gen Pop, General Population. And then this is the Executive Shells. Very stable. You might notice there's no wiggle there whatsoever. Just just don't take off this in structural piece of tape. There's only 6 or 7 pieces of tape holding these up. Most of it's just wedged in, as you can tell by this cardboard. See, this is tactical wedge right here. I tactically wedged some in. I gave up some shelf space for some wedge, and now, see, no move. No, that's too much movement. Right, I'm going to add greens wise. I'm going to add Striking Scorpion because I love it. But the worst thing about Striking Scorpion is that Load Bearing Dreadnought. No, he's been promoted. I haven't glued on any more honors, but he's going to be caked in them. He's got one there instead of the smoke launcher. He's got one there. He needs some more, and he's got a fancier weapon for someone more fitting his esteem. You know, so he's we haven't. Yeah, using the tape is a little bit old world tech, isn't it? It's a little bit heretical. So we're going to mix in some Striking Scorpion. The new Striking Scorpions do look delicious, don't they? Absolutely. Oh, that's a lot of green. Okay, it's definitely come out a completely different green now. I added too much of the ink, but we're just going to go with it. Let's add that to the Auroch. Ironically, they have come out almost the same. Look, they now look very similar. But maybe that's to our advantage, gentlemen. You know, maybe that is to our advantage. Actually, Freds, I have been doing some gluing. I know you weren't asking me. You were asking if I was in the background for other people, but I just did a little bit of gluing. A couple of Terminators. Started the old big Death Guard tanks whose name I can never remember. Yeah, check me out. Mixing paints. Speaking of paints, Kong Strong Wild Power. It's absolutely awful. Table recommends. Right, let's continue, shall we? Right, so I need to move some more paints back into the pile because they kind of start rolling towards the edge. So, Freds, I think we should make a note of these t-shirt ideas. I like Nan's Dead. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That one tickles me. What was the other one? Oh, it's not got a lot of pigment in this, but it is very green. It needs a bit more pigment. It needs a bit more... I'm going to add a little bit of the old Uruk flesh into it. Hey, Francois. I'm going to add a little bit of that into it just to get a little bit more solid coverage, because I've noticed that these older army paints, they don't quite hold up on their own, even with a contrast when it comes to getting a one and done layer. So let's just... There we go. A little better. I'll take it. I'll take it. Right, I need to pick up the pace a little bit. Let's get a bit speedier, because this is an awful lot of armor we need to do. It's quite a pretty green, not going to lie. That don't look half bad. Oh, Jesus, I just realised my angle. That looks like a little gold cheek ring of some sort. Personally, Freds, I know you weren't asking, but I'd go for the classic scheme. You know, the way it was painted in the photo. That's what I'd go with. So just mix some PVA glue in with the paint as well. Get a nice, good, thick coat. And the final thing, right? The final thing, the last thing I'll say about the other guy is that I said, after all that, I was like, oh, no, I've got to go over to YouTube now. I'm just here for the achievement. I'm going over there. You're welcome to join if you want. He's like, well, if I've got a spare 5 minutes, I'll come on. 5 minutes? You're only going to stay for 5 minutes? I'm good. You're fine. That's not how I'm rolling. I'm not going to be entertaining enough for 5 minutes. I'm a background noise kind of girl. Yeah, OG colours. That's the way to go with Clarence. It's the best way to honour him. Or her, or it. But, yeah, but that TikTok stream has taught me one thing. I like the idea of speed running assembly. That's something I'm interested in. So I think using the TikTok one is just an opportunity for me to get some assembling done is the way to go. But I mean, we're only like, what, 15 or so followers away from 1,000 on Instagram, and then we can stream on there as well. So I got to find a use for that. I might just shout business on every live stream for that. That's what I'm thinking. I might just do that. Yeah, you're right. No, and also I'm not gonna talk dirt about that guy anymore. One and done. That's it. I'm not gonna do it anymore because it's not nice. But I'm gonna stop that now. I got it out of my system. It's done now. I'm not gonna talk negatively about it. It's not a nice look. It's beneath me. I gotta stop it. It's not. Yeah, it just took me by surprise and I was a bit animated, but I'm gonna stop it now because it is beneath me. It's not fair on him. It's not like I named him, but I'm gonna stop it now. It's not fair. Knowing my luck, it will be the YouTube highlight, so I'll probably not pull up the highlight if that. I might actually check it. These Agrax recesses need to be small. There we go. You know what? Yeah, it's not nice. It's not nice. If I was being, yeah, it's not nice. I should stop it. It's beneath me. Yeah. If that's the highlight, I think I'll definitely leave that on private until it's been checked over. Those shadows are very shadowy. Hopefully, they'll be all right. This guy's going to be getting brighter as we go. It'll be all right, I think. I do need to speed up though. If it's atrocious, I might just let you look at it on the private. I just got to go get my knife. Hang on 1 second. Hang on. So, my brain's not the smartest. Do not attempt to be friends with the world. To try to be friends with the world is to earn amenity. What's amenity? Okay, so my theory on that is that um, don't try to please everyone, because you give away too much of yourself, and so you have to kind of like meter it out. Like when someone sends to you that kind of energy, then you reciprocate, sort of thing. So it's not like a one-way street. If that makes sense. I mean, I'm not. All right, okay, thank you. I'm not. How can I put it? I'm not religious, right? I'm not religious, but I do feel like in Christianity there's some guidelines in there that a lot of people could definitely do a little bit better by following. Like civility. Which I've immediately just not done by being a little complainer that I am. Shame on you, table. That was ugly. Okay, what are we thinking about these greens? Do we? Well, I say we go ahead with all of them, and then we start to bring them up and we see how we get on. I think I'm committed. I'm committed to these greens. I'm going to use them, and then we'll see how we get on. I reckon. Does anyone happen to have the Striking Scorpions kill team out of interest? Howling Banshees are another one. In fact, ooh, I'm nice too. You give me a reason. If we end up friends, a lot has to happen. Yeah. It's and I think that only gets worse as you get older. I think people get very much like not flexible, and it's very easy to dismiss people because you've gone through so many people previous that you can't even commit that much time. So it's a bit of a minefield making friends, especially as you get older. And I think that's why we hear about so many poor old buddies who are just stuck on their own. How were they to assemble, Francois? How were they as far as assembling was going? Were they all right, or was it a bit fiddly? Okay, confirmed. All Elder are fiddly. Now we know. Even the Titans. Well, I mean, bolting it on, one thing's for sure, it ain't coming off. Hopefully. If it does, that's going to be a bit of a shame. Yeah, I'll be honest, I was pretty impressed as well with Bolted. So, I painted these ages ago, and I went very green with it. So it's like orc, I want to say orc hide or orc flesh, but it was just too green. And at the time, my skills couldn't blend it up. So, in an attempt to try and fix it, I've thrown a load of Agrax in it. But these are models that beat me. So I was painting them. I got one done, but I didn't quite feel it. So I'm trying to change it up to try. And what I think I figured out is that there's like a painting. Some models have a painting threshold, like a skill threshold. And so I just feel like this one was beyond my skill at the time. But now that I've picked it up again, and I've deliberately left the one I've painted away so that they will look different next to each other. Because they don't have to be exactly the same, you know? Genetic variations, like similar but not the same. It just didn't feel right. The greens didn't quite feel right. I hope that answers your question, Fred. Yeah, nothing wrong with being curious, but I need some Kong. I need some wild power. The Death Leaper. I dropped my mouse and my paintbrush at the same time. The Death Leaper has wings. Death Reaper. He's got wings. Tyrant Prime. I tell you what, just leave the wings off. Just put on different Tyranid wings. I can't stand those wings. I put them on the lower limbs. No. I put them on the opposite limbs to what they recommended. And even then I was like, I don't like the positioning of these wings. Yeah. I'm so glad they've released a Tyrant Prime with just a lash whip and groundy legs. I'm so much happier about that. But those wings, yeah, they look good if they were in that position. You know, if you could have them in that position, which I kind of wish I did now. I wish I had a little bit more sense to reposition those. Yeah, I kind of need another Tyrant Prime. I think I should have done the wings differently. I shouldn't have done them in their set slots. I should have had it in a different pose. But hey, lessons learned. What's going to be a shame is when 11th releases, there's going to be less cheap Tyranids kicking about. Yeah, snip, snip, glue, glue. That's not a bad idea, but then part of me wants to leave him as is as a lesson to be remembered, you know? Like, whenever I look at it, I'm like, oh, yeah, I really like the paint on that, but the pose. Snip, snip. Hey, Albatross. So you can already see that the green's different under there to here. But I'm hoping by building it up, it will even out. It should do. It's not hard. It's not a difficult one. I managed to magnetize my Hive Tyrant to Swarmlord, and I was using the wrong size magnets. It's not a toughie. Yeah. Yeah, my Hive Tyrant's magnetized as a Swarmlord. Do you want me to grab him? Okay, I'll do that. Let me just use the paint on this brush for this shoulder. Tasty, tasty. Bear with me 1 sec, buddy. I'm pretty sure he's sitting in a box just over here. So he's in here somewhere. Ironically, where is he? Someone chose to present themselves over here. The wings. And the thing is, I've kind of glued them to the leg. So I so wish I had the confidence to have readjusted those. Oh, I don't like it. Unfortunately, I think the Hive Tyrant's in the bottom of this, but I'm willing to reach. I reckon he's on this side, and I reckon he's not even in this box. Ooh, that's a... I don't think he's in this one. I'm not even going to rummage. I'm that confident. Okay, so oh, hang on, let's have a look. Big bug. Master around? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, hang on. Actually, there's a good point to me showing you that. Hang on a second. So, yeah. So that's a good point, actually. So what I didn't like is I didn't like that the claws were above the wings, because I felt like it would flap down on you and then poke at you with the lower limbs. That's what I felt. So that's why I put them onto the top. That's why I moved them down, because I just felt like if it was attacking you, it would swoop down with the wings. It wouldn't be flapping at you, trying to poke from over its wings. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I put the talons underneath. So that's what I was going for, because I just felt like that's not what I kept thinking of was the flying bugs in Starship Troopers, how they grabbed the guy. That's what I felt like. That's what I thought about. That's why I went like that. Looking at it now, I'm actually quite happy with it. I'm glad I switched those arms around. But yeah. So it was worth talking about that. See, there we go. Kind of appreciate my Tyrant Prime a little bit more now. Yeah, so be sure on the positions. So you could build it the way it is, which is fine, or you can go and assemble it O table style, and that's what it will look like. You won't necessarily get a lot of paint in under those wings, but you saw it didn't really matter. So Hive Tyrant, right? So here's Hive Tyrant setup. I don't know where the limbs are for the Swarm Lord, but it's essentially 4 swords. But the limbs are the same size. So you can see the size of the magnet there. In hindsight, those magnets are way too big. But then in the recess, you can again see this. I think they're 5 mils, but it's just fine. And then the head is also really easily done. I just shaved it flat and a little bit of green stuff, a little bit of blue tack. There's no blue tack on this. A little bit of green stuff, a little bit of super glue, and then here you have it, and it all comes off. So yeah, so you're good. And I've even done it so that I've done the weapon options as well, so I can have this with Venom Cannon or Barb Strangler as well. So I don't know where the limbs are. I do have them. If you want, for next stream, I'll try and hunt them down. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Love him. My only successful fully magnetized... No, that's a lie. The Orc got magnetized as well. I've had some successes. But yeah, I feel better about the Tyrant Prime now, actually. I think I was hating on him a little bit too much. But the wings, I definitely think wings on the top. What do you guys think? The only thing is, I don't think the Swarm Lord... For some reason, I feel like the Swarm Lord limbs aren't painted. But if they're not painted, then I get to paint Tyranid bits, which is good. Because it's been weird this month. Yeah, it doesn't... You might be of the same thinking as me. It just didn't feel quite right having them... You know, because I was thinking about how it would attack people. Yeah, I feel like Starship Troopers vibe. I don't feel like Pterodactyl landing and then walking towards you, trying to poke you on the ground. I kind of feel like snatch and grab kind of thing. Yes, subassembly. That's definitely a model that would probably benefit from subassembly. It was the most token of the token paint under those wings. But that was back before streaming. I painted that. That was just painted sitting in silence. Hey, Sindri, you sound like a new person. Could this be another of Big Mac's incarnations? We can never tell. Sindri, please confirm that you are human in some way. How can you confirm that you're human to us? We are questioning your humanity. We think you are a robot. Oh, a discussion point question. Yeah, let's have it. I do like a good discussion. Non-heated debate. I'm a big fan. I love it. I love chewing over a topic. Well, it could be animated, don't get me wrong, but, you know, just not arguing. Do you know what I mean? Conversation, dialogue, civility. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can get that. I can get a picture of the Prime to you. Currently, my phone is being used for streaming, so it's hard for me to take a photo. What about if I hold it up again? Do you want to just take a screenshot on your computer right now? I could hold it up for a moment, and you could grab some screens. Would that help? That's probably the best I can do immediately. You tell me, Warden. I'm happy to go get it. Yeah. Happy to do it. Hang on a sec. Happy to do it. I'll get it for you. There we are. Also, it gives us the opportunity to have a look at the underside as well. So you can see the bits I couldn't get to. So this was base coated in grey cere, and then the initial first colour coat for flesh, you can see in there, it's actually carrion crimson. It's actually a purple. And so you can see that I didn't get to those bits. So I just figured if I can't get to it, maybe I don't need to worry about it. That underside leg again. So there's arms. I'll just turn it for you a bit. You tell me. Sindri, they're just kind of like my own colour. I wanted to paint grey. I'm really enjoying greys. I was painting greys with my Terminators. It's kind of just like my chapter. So they're not anything. They're just table marines. I just like them. But I think, yep, sure. Sorry about that, Warden. There you go. Is that any help? But my marines, I think they're going to be my marines for my own Primarch, because I've got some more lore. I've been thinking about him again. Agrax. I've been thinking about Agrax. Agrax needs another name. You know, like is Agrax his first or his second name? You're welcome, Warden. Anytime I can help, buddy. You're very welcome. So my marines will be my Agrax marines, and I was trying to think, right, because each Primarch has like a shtick. You know, like each Primarch has something different, right? Now, my lore, so far the lore is that he somehow he retained some kind of base knowledge of what happened in the Unification Wars, and specifically what happened to the Thunder Warriors, and that he, on his world, tried to, for some reason, replicate Thunder Warriors. Now, it can't be that he had it in a dream, right? He can't be that he had it in a dream at all, because then he's too close to the Night Lords guy, the Primarch, so it can't be dreaming. But then I thought, hang on, what's a Primarch that doesn't necessarily get represented? And I was thinking, like, biology, right? So maybe that's his shtick. Maybe he's got, like, his father's ability to manipulate genes. You know, maybe he's got that ability. Maybe that's his quirk. And maybe, just maybe, his mum was one of the gene witches of the moon, right? What are they called? The Selinar? So maybe Agrax's thing is biology. Maybe he can, like taste a metal and tell you its composition or something like that. But then I thought, Space Marines have that thing where they can eat brains, eat the brains of their enemies and like learn the layout of the building that they're guarding or something like that in some kind of fever dream. But moving away from dream, let's say like Agrax's ability is more potent, and that if he consumes the brains of his enemies, he gains their knowledge, not in a dream, but just in clarity. He just retains that information if he eats them. And then I thought that he would be good at biology and somehow has like part of his mum's gift as well. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking for the lore. I think he might be a potion maker. But then somehow what happened to the Thunder Warriors was instilled in him, and he's trying to replicate them in his image, or how he sees them. I don't know. But I think Agrax is getting some lore, guys. Oh, discussion point. What was the discussion point? That will work. Discussion point above. I don't see the discussion point. I've gone blind. I'm going to just check Discord. I don't see... Yeah, you could say that he's influenced the, because like maybe the world he's dropped on is in a similar situation of strife and cruelty, and he has to unite it somehow, and so he has to kind of emulate his father in some way. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I think because I don't think that ability that the Emperor has been really. But it's not his ability, really. It's more his mum's. But I still think that maybe that might be a way to make Agrax unique. And then if I do that, then it would allow me to be like... I could make techno-barbarians, sort of, in the 40k universe. Because maybe Agrax doesn't necessarily wipe everyone out with his version of Thunder Warriors. Maybe he brings some techno-barbarians into the fold. You know? Maybe he does some diplomacy. And then also... What I was thinking about is with Agrax's Thunder Warriors, I was like, maybe, just maybe, I can do something with Stormcast models. Maybe that's the way to go. Because they're like, they've got lightning heraldry on them, they've got lion heraldry on them, and they just need to be uglied up a little bit and scrape off some of the more Stormcasty iconography. But then maybe something's there, you know? I feel like what started as a joke is turning into a fully fledged bit of fandom. And then these Grey Marines, these ones here, they're what the Emperor gifted. That's the Legion that were gifted to Agrax when... And I don't know how the lore works with this, when the Emperor found him, or in what order he was found. Because I know that they spent some time on Terra, and I know that they met the other Primarchs. So, if it's the Freds, first of all, you're looking for opinions on the subject. I couldn't see a subject in chat. I couldn't see the discussion point. You say discussion point above. Perfect, thanks, Case. What chapter are those Marines? I've answered that. That would work. Hello, Mir. Yeah, and then it says, so we have a discussion point. Master asked a question that I will propose here. I'm not seeing the question. So unless maybe my brain's melted. Please, just indulge me, Freds. Type it again, I beg you. Just type it again for me, buddy. Okay. Yeah, you're blowing smoke up my ass now, Fred. Nah. Greco got to you, didn't he? I know what this is now. Oh, it was censored. Just punch it. Punch it in general in Discord. Punch it in general. So what do you think to the lore, guys? What do you think to the Agrax lore? Does it sound all right? Does it sound something interesting? What do you think to the biology characteristic for the Primarch? And I don't want him to be like, you know, I don't want him to be like the biggest or the strongest. But, you know, I think the biology thing and with him being able to attain information of people he eats, I think that could make him kind of like, you know, not Magnus level book smart, but kind of in between. No, I don't want him to be the most. Without a doubt, I don't want him to be the most. What I'm thinking is like, I'm thinking that there needs to be a downside with eating the people. I think it's going to be frowned on, like with the Blood Angels before they cut their shenanigans out. But then there's a downside to absorbing the memories. Maybe he absorbs a bit of the personality and in turn takes on the flaws of that personality that he's consumed also add to his own. So he could be quite fragmented in a way. That's what I'm thinking. But as far as like combat prowess, he'd be on the lesser end, I would think. Like with your Logors and your Alefarius? What is it? I can't remember the twins' names. Hey, KS. Still waiting on that question on Discord, in Discord General, Freds, and then we can discuss. Well, I'm kind of curious as to what the question was, if YouTube's is... Oh. Yeah, the forbidden knowledge. The forbidden talking point. I'm not even convinced there is one. I think Greco and Fred have teamed up. Well, I mean, he's one of the cancelled Primarchs, so... What's the one thing that's expressly forbidden? Oh, you've caught my interest now. This could be glorious. What's the one expressly forbidden thing? Hey, Bull. Bioengineering. Ah, okay. So, he didn't know that it was forbidden until he met the Primarch. Until he meets the Emperor, he didn't know it was forbidden. Let's just say he knocks it off for a bit, but then it comes back in. Yeah, well, there we go. Maybe he knocks it off for a bit, and then he tries to have a little dabble, and that's what gets him excommunicated. That feels like possible law right there. You know? Maybe he was given the benefit of the doubt, but then he couldn't help himself. That smells like... What do you call it? Viable, no? Feels viable to me. I feel like that's viable. Sorry, my blue tack fell down. I gotta readjust it. My blue tack is not sticking. My blue tack's getting old. I will crack out the sellotape, so help me, blue tack. If you don't think I'll tape you to my phone, you're mistaken. Okay, we've got something there. I definitely think we've got some Agrax lore. The other downside is that I'm running out of this green, and I am not finished with the greens. Too close to Magnus? Okay, so how can we bring him away from Magnus? Let's take out the eating thing. We don't want him to be super smart. Let's take that out of the way. But him having fragmented personalities... Okay, just sounds like Magnus. Well, I'm just a guy in a cupboard making this stuff up. Let's see if we can finesse it. But he gets done over before Magnus. He's gone long before the heresy. He's speedrunner Magnus. And he didn't do it. He didn't go through the warp and try and warn the Emperor for the Emperor's sake. He did his little bio shenanigans because he couldn't help himself. He thought, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. But maybe it is too close. Maybe we need to... Thanks, Reds. Oh! Dedicated kit bashing channel. Or post them in regular models minis. We can 100% have a kit bashing channel. Yeah, that would be... We could do that. Now, I've never heard of the Rangdan. I've never heard of that, but we can have a kit bashing channel. I think that might be what I do on Instagram streaming, frankly. Kind of going that way. Who are the Rangdang? Rangdang? Oh, I'm going to have to mix up some more green. Right, so it was not troll snot, it was something moss. Moss green. Ooh! And that ties in something that you may or may not already know, because I mention it whenever I get a chance. I like the random Xeno species that kind of circle the main gang. So, a Xeno species, does it make any mention of what they look like, these Xenosides? If someone would be willing to Google that and post an image in Discord, I would love you forever. Ah, okay. Is there any descriptions of them? Are they just octopuses or do they have limbs? Ah, even better opportunity for kit bashing. Each is unique. I think Agrax is green lit. Yeah, Bugman's Glow, Reichland Flesh Shade, Cadian Flesh Tone. Oh, the channel. Did the channel turn up? I have to scroll. 1 sec. Miniatures and models, 3D everything, arts. I tell you what, I'm really missing the ball with spotting stuff today. I'm checking Discord. I'm not seeing anything. I'm seeing... Oh, the wings! Oh, well, just consider me flattered. It's nice to see someone thinking the same. I can't even remember what it originally looks like. That's always been how it's looked to me. I can't even remember it in any other layout. That just feels right to me. See, wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the stream. Wouldn't have come up. Wouldn't have been a thing. That tyrant would have been assembled the same. And I'm not saying it's bad, but you know, we never would have had the dialogue. I just chopped his talon off. Oh well, it's okay. Oh, well, that's very clever. I get with that without the second layout. I feel like it lands and then attacks. That's very much the vibe I get. With that, it's more groundy than Flappy Birdie. Me too, bud. Me too. Thanks, Lab. But this is gonna be the longest layer, to be honest. The rest is just lightening it. So we know that the first one is definitely lost, right? Because I like the idea of Agrax fleeing rather than being taken over and then just binned. I mean, like, if he left and took his bioengineering aspirations with him, who knows that what could have been created? Think of the kit bashing. Just think about it. If his thing was bioengineering, right? Like, you could kit bash, but essentially you could be making like demon non-demons, just like, because you don't know what's on the edge of the galaxy. Is literally any kind of xeno species that he could have rustled up. Okay, so if I was to give it a choice, I'd go for the one that left, because otherwise it's very short lore, No, I mean like, well, I mean like I hadn't considered Tyranids, but I mean, what if it was his doing? Oh, just imagine if it was that. That's a whopping great piece, but I think it's too powerful a piece. But that would be quite the grudge to have leashed that on them. Oh yeah, 500 layers. Yeah, that's true. I didn't record the previous layer on the post-it either. I mean, I mean, it could hold up, couldn't it? It would give me a reason to have Tyranids, have more Tyranids, which is always a good reason. I mean, it certainly opens up some absolutely disgusting kit bashing ideas, some absolutely disgustingly good kit bashing possibilities. Noel forgets, yeah. Well, I mean, who are the Nids protecting? Who are they protecting? If they were protecting anyone, they're certainly not protecting anyone who they're visiting. And they do harvest biomass, which would fit with the biological element. Like they are gathering biomaterial. Oh my god, the law is just. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's relative, isn't it? Who's he protecting? Dear Lord, guys, I feel like I'm onto something with this. Because I got a lot of Tyranid bits. And let's just say, like, some of the Legion. Let's just say some of the Legion went with him. Not a lot, but enough genetic material for there to be some tinkering and a tampering. Oh my god, guys. Combine that with the idea of a kit bashing channel, and that we're just unlocking streaming on Instagram. I mean, they would. I would want them to look less polished in a way, but I mean, guys, I'm smelling a plan, and myself. But other than that stench, I'm also smelling a plan. So remember, it's double tally on the post-it for Titus. Hey, don't laugh at Titus. He's uniting the 500 layers. Just a little bit for his gun there. That is actually a gun in there, believe it or not. Okay, looking good, Titus. Up you go. You can just dry off there. Thank you. He's good. Right, double tally. Two. Titus, good job. Right, I'm gonna roll the dice. I'm gonna go get myself another Kong and go to the loo. Tyranids, am I right? Guys, the idea of being able to kit bash Marines and Tyranid flesh together to form some kind of genetic brew, I mean... guys, it's falling into place, right? So here it is, right? You're hearing it here first. This is the plan. So we've got Agrax in 30k is more Thunder Warrior, Techno Barbarian, genetic memory, doesn't know why the compulsion is there, but the compulsion is there, right? So that's my 30k units. And then 40k is 10,000 years of tinkering around with various edge of the galaxy, whatever you want to call it, xeno species. And then that's mixing Marines and Tyranids potentially, but the Marines don't have to look like Marines after 10,000 years. Who knows what they could look like? So that's a lot of awesome stuff, and it will give me a use for all my Stormcast, which I want to crack out now. I get to do my Techno Barbarians, which I've been talking about a lot. But then the idea that Francois gave about like the bioengineering element and having left the galaxy, and also like, you know, the Tyranids could be protecting him from his mean dad. I mean, I'll drink to that. Cheers. Wild power. Oh, I'm having a seizure. Come on. Can you sound off, please, guys? There's no chat. Simply, someone please type wild power. Right. Troll's teeth, where are you? Okay, skirring bones instead. Thanks, guys. Yes. But I don't use the toilet. What I do is I pee on the floor, and then I insist that I basically gaslight my wife into thinking that she did it, and then she cleans it up. That's my usual pastime. But yeah, so 30k army, 40k army sorted, and it lets me use a load of models, that I want to use and what I want to do, and it all feeds together. Are we allowed to see those pictures, KS? So now I'm mixing up the greens with scurrying bones. Scurrying bones, which looks like this. Scurrying bones. Scurrying bones. I don't know about you, but I really want to crack out the old bits box now after all that talk. Thanks, KS. But I mean, whatever do you mean? Guys, if you're on the Discord, you're in for a treat. The way KS paints is absolutely just amazing. Oh no! What voice did I do? I don't even know. I didn't even know I was doing a voice. You'll have to just let me know when I next do it. being made to order. I mean, how dare you, Bull? I mean, like, that's like showing a friggin' a drowning man a glass of water. You know, no, not even that. A man in the desert a glass of water and not letting him drink. You know, I've put myself into self-imposed exile. You know, I'm not buying models, and then you tell me there's made-to-order classics. I mean, why would you do that to me? I thought we were friends. What have you done? Are you telling me that I could order some old metally marines in resin? Because I'd paint resin over metal. I don't know what point. Oh no. Well, if it just jumps out from time to time. I'm going ahead with Agrax, guys. I'm going for it. I'm going ahead with Agrax. I think we've got enough lore to start gluing bits of plastic together. We got 2 armies. We got 30k, 40k. No, I don't know the movie. No, Grandma's Boy. No, can't say I have. Kind of feel like I want to watch it. Put it this way: if I put it on, will I hear the voice and immediately be like, "Oh, that's the voice"? Yeah, I do that. Okay. Grandma's Boy. Yeah. Is it an old film? Is it like 90s? I can imagine the trailer in a world where grandma is surrounded by nothing but girls. This Christmas, along comes the Y chromosome that is grandma's boy. Hitting December 16th. That wasn't funny. I thought that'd be funnier. It sounded funnier in my head. I'll be honest, I stumbled on fitting in Y chromosome properly. I should not write trailers. However, I should write Outlook Express PowerPoint presentations on business. I should definitely write those. Maybe I should be like a business motivational speaker. You know? I imagine me on stage with a headset mic. Do you like business? It's not just enough to be business. You have to shout business. Business! If you want to be business, you've got to eat business. Hey, bring out Clarence. Clarence is our top seller for this quarter. Clarence, come here. What are you doing? No, don't do that. Oh, it hurts. What are you doing? Business. No, stop my legs. You know what I mean? That's just, well, you don't need to know what I mean. I don't expect you to understand. It's big business. Sometimes you've got to eat Clarence. Oh, wait, no, I called the business guy Clarence. I got Clarence on the mind, clearly. Well, that's fair. Oh, dear Lord. Oh my God. KS, they are. He's delicious. I'm liking the Trolls Teeth Armor, KS. You know, I'm going to clean this brush. Pale Sand? I don't know it. Maybe that's what Troll's Teeth became. But on a serious note, you're absolutely ridiculously good at painting, aren't you? It's absolutely stunning. Pale Sand, eh? Ooh. Thanks for the... Hey, Bull, thanks for sending me that, that made-to-order stuff on Warhammer Community. Thank you. I will save that. Let's have a little look. Ah, that first model's... The Fate Master is absolutely amazing. So's the Magister on disc. Another great model. Spell's not so good. Those guys, yeah, they're good, but... No, they are really good. Oh! The Battle Force Warp Flame Cavalcade. I'd love that. Yeah, that would be... I've got none of those. Absolutely none of those in that box. But the Screamers, I would base them differently than a flying base. Wow. They shouldn't, Ah, yeah, there they are. There's the classic ones. Yeah, they're the ones I want. They're lovely. But they made to order in... Yeah, there's a set of 3 metal and resin characters in Terminator armor. Ah, if they're in resin, I would like them. What ended yesterday, Freds? The Zeech Battle Force is new. But yeah, those classic Space Marines, if they were in resin, I'd love those. What ended yesterday? I'm super curious. Oh, was it? Oh, okay. Well, it's still nice to see. I was never going to order them anyway. Like, I can't keep up with year-round battle forces. There's no way. Oh, I thought Master was in here. Can you just I mean, Fred, you're a citizen. You can let him know. You can speak with my voice. That's fine. Thanks, Fred. Why did he disagree with it out of interest? Why was he against the idea? He doesn't know we've been talking about what we've been talking about in stream. I wonder what the pushback was. I'm sure whatever it was legit, but it's good that he listened. Master's a lovely guy, he is. Oh, no, it's not a bad... It's not an illegitimate point. If it's too much, we can always take it down later if it doesn't get used. It's not a bad point that he's making there. Well, I didn't know about it and deliberately hijack your idea, Freds. I think mine's going to be a little less marine-y, a little bit more weird, if that helps. It's not just going to be arms on marine armor. Thanks, buddy. What I like about it is that it's very open-ended. It doesn't have to be a united, formed front, you know? It doesn't have to be. I can just cook up wherever I fancy. Let's just say, like, Tyranids are like the military branch, and then there's, like, you know, the works in progress. Thank you, Master. Master, totally legitimate point about having too many channels. If it doesn't get used, we can definitely revisit about taking it down. Okay, bud? But totally legit point. Yeah, agreed. I completely agree, Master. No, no. Yeah, we don't want just loads of empty channels. So if Kitbash gets used, great. If not, we'll close it down. Let's give it a week. Cool. Yeah. Totally legit point, Master. Totally reasonable point. Bet, Fred. Bet. Total bet. I'll rustle something up. I've got too much. I've got too much. I've got too much scope. I've got so many options, and I've got a lot of these parts. Stormcast. I don't maybe necessarily have a lot of barbarian-y stuff, but Stormcast, Tyrannid bits. I mean, I could start hammering something out. I guess that's what the Instagram streams are going to be. Well, Warden, are you on Instagram? I might be on the. If I'm on 1,000, it might happen as early as tomorrow. Is that yes? You're on Instagram, or yes? I've dinged 1,000. This is too light. I need a little bit of green in here. The big question is on Warhammer in that channel or anything? Is on Warhammer or that channel or anything? I don't quite follow. Oh, yeah, kit bash anything you want. Yeah. No. It's not just Warhammer. Any kind of kit bashing is fine. Yeah. No, I'm too big a fan of kit bashing to limit people. If I just said Warhammer stuff, then you're limiting people's imaginations. No. Anything is fine. I'll do the edge highlighting on this armor, and then we'll help tight us out, I think. Oh, I slipped. That's quite a big blob. You know what? Let's embrace that blob. Yeah, I quite like the big knuckles, to be honest. I never watched Bob Ross. What I did find out, though, apparently all of his landscapes like took you on a little journey if you link them all together, which I thought was like some immense storytelling that no one necessarily noticed right away. Yes, please, Van. There's something immensely satisfying about kit bashing. I love it. And also, there's something really satisfying about painting on live stream as well. Like, I like watching shorts where you see like immensely well painted models. Like, say they've got 2/3 of it done, and it's just like super smooth, super exquisite. And then they do like a speed up time lapse of doing it. And it's like, well, I mean, like, to be honest, that's a lot of time you're spending on that like belt buckle, and then you kind of understand why. But like, I like doing it in real time. I like being like, I don't know. There's just something warts and all about doing this on live stream, that we see the muck ups as much as the progress. What would be really nice is if we do manage the 1,000 hours, going back and watching the earlier streams. I already feel a little bit like that with some of my earlier models. I'm like, oh, I could have done that better, but that means progress, right? That's how I feel, anyway. But yeah, just painting and streaming. It's just really tasty for me. I mean, I'm sure it's not everyone's cup of tea to do it, but it fits me to a T. I love it. I absolutely bloody love it. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's to just, I didn't have anything lined up, and I was like, oh, I don't know what. I finished the Marines. I feel a little deflated. What should I grab? And I was just like, this will do. And I'm like, it's just so nice to get them out of the box. Like, I wasn't going to be painting them, and now we're here. I don't think I'm going to paint the next one even the same. I think I'm going to do a variation as well. Makes me want to buy Seraphim though. That's the issue. I hate that. Well, no, I don't hate it, but I'm trying to be a good little girl and not increase the pile. You know, to reduce the pile, work through it. There's plenty to be getting on with, and if we've got kit bashing and assembly speed running going on, then that's enough. That's enough. But what we were talking about in the other stream, though, the start to finish idea, I love the idea. I mean, it's for far in the future, but like you wake up, you start a stream, you assemble, you base coat, you paint it all, and you get it done in a day, start to finish, stream until it's done. I love the idea of that. Especially if you could pre-plan it, like you're like, I'm going to tackle this new model. You could use the color app, and that would help you like get the colors already pre roughly sorted, so I wouldn't have to worry about the stress of getting the right colors. You could do it in a day. It really depends what you're doing, what model it is. If it's a unit, yeah, you might be in a bit of trouble getting it all done. But single model, why not? Well, yeah, I mean, Angron, you're not going to get done in a day, that's for sure. I still haven't painted a Primarch. Haven't done one yet. Okay. So the process is a little bit iffy, is it? You can tell these guys have been sitting in a drawer. They're a bit beat up. I still love some though. Okay, I can live with that. Titus. That guy's really coming along. The trouble is that the spiky bits on the armor, I'm constantly pressing on these spiky bits, so it's not very friendly for scraping off paint. Like, it takes it off. Like, it's going to need varnish for sure. Oh, Titus, look at you. Titus, what will you become? Oh my god, guys, what if 500 layers Titus became, like, what if he got Primarch size? What if we have to rebase him? You know? What if he became a Primarch in the scale of layers? Dear Lord, that would be M. Night Shyamalan. Titus is Agrax. Oh. One of the slightly more far-fetched fan theories. Right, Wild Powers punishing me. I need to go to the loo. Be right back. Won't be long. back. Let us continue. Yeah, Titus is looking good. Although, yeah, he does look thick, doesn't he? He's pretty big in the thighs. I would not expect him to have been that thick so fast. I didn't record the layer. You guys are failing me on the recording the layers on this front. We're all as bad as each other. Right, what to do now on this beauty? I guess we can start on the golds. I mean, like, there's not much else left to do on him, is there, really? The ropes, sure, yeah. The browns. The stone. There's very little left. Now, I don't want to go retribute. Oh, wait. Hang on a second. What's the deal here? Why is this base retributor armor so much less gold than this retributor armor? Okay, what's the deal with that? And then what about Liberator Gold? That one's even more missing. I don't know where it is. Where is Liberator Gold? It's a good question. Okay, well, I'll go for the more goldy one. Have we had this conversation before? I thought it was about Bahaf Safa Mansa Gold. Okay, sorry for being repetitive, guys. I'm sorry. Do apologise. I've only got myself to blame. Oh, here's a little bit of news for you. So, at the end of tomorrow's stream, at the end of Gin Convo, well, then you have to forgive me for not remembering the particulars. Yeah, end of tomorrow's stream, right? So end of tomorrow's daytime stream, we hit 100 hours streamed. That's 1/10 of our goal. That is crazy. It feels like only yesterday we were celebrating 50. But now, tomorrow's daytime stream, 100 hours. 100 hours. Is that not just crazy? And if anything, it's a little bit over 100 hours because we did 30 minutes of here doing the assembly. So, yeah. So the painting streams are going to stay the same amount of times. Same amount of time. So we get to that 1,000. But then there's going to be random 30-minute streams on Instagram and TikToks. And they will be the assembly, speed runs, and the kit bashing. But I don't even know what times they're going to be. I don't know where I'm going to squeeze in an extra hour of streaming every day. But we'll figure it out. So, yeah, that's going to be going on. I'm excited about it. I'm very, very excited about it. The kit bashing ideas alone today, and the fact that Agrax's law is falling into place and it's opening up a lot of possibilities is just super delish. It is rather exciting. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm pretty excited about it. It's been a pretty busy week, but we're back to schedule. The loving embrace of routine. I shall be able to re-establish some order. I'm completely ruled by routines, and they're all created by me. It's bonkers. But actually, that's another thing the stream is helping with, because I can just fire it up without having to go through so many hoops. I can just turn it on and get cracking. So it's good. It helps. What's really nice, I tell you what I have noticed between 50 and 100 hours, right? I don't even think about, I don't even remotely think about how many people are watching, to the point of where I think we can even do away with the blue tack. You know, it's really nice. You don't even think about it. You just concentrate on the painting, really. And it's nice to have like a, is it a roadmap? Is that what I'm describing when I say we're going to do such and such on here and bit and bobs on there? Is it a roadmap? Is that the name? I like having a plan. I guess we could just call it a plan. Yeah. What should we do? What should we do for the end of tomorrow's stream? Because I feel like we should mark the occasion somehow for 100 hours. I mean, I'll be honest. It feels like 100 hours ain't no joke. You know, I feel like that's a serious application of time. What about a celebratory toot on the death whistle? Yeah, I think we should mark the occasion. I think my neighbours need to know. I think that my neighbours need to know the efforts I've gone to and the celebration that's required. Oh, no, 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 no. For starters, the bottle of gin was €25, so no, I'm not spending €25 plus the tonic, which was €6, just to feel like I've been attacked by several rabid animals. I don't want that. I don't want to spend money to feel that bad. You know? No, thank you. I might treat myself to a paint at Games Workshop next time I'm in the centre. Paints don't count as models. I'm not breaking my resolution. Plus, we've discovered what happens if I paint and drink gin. All I do is apply an awful lot of paint to a single model for hours on end. We've discovered this. We know where that goes. You know, trial and error, and it was definitely an error. One's enough. You know, we know where it goes. Too much paint on one model. Ooh, yeah. I guess all I need to, yeah, I guess I need a wife. Yeah, a little bit of a spoiler, but I don't have a wife. She's total fiction. I made her up. It's actually the person I call my wife is actually my neighbor. She doesn't like me. She says it's creepy to stop calling her my wife. Hey, aren't we on the 1st of February? We are, aren't we? Oh my god, for a whole month I haven't bought a model. For a 12th of a year. That's never happened in the past 6 years. If anything, that's kind of impressive. No, what she says is, why are you dressed like a house? You know, I like to keep people guessing. Nah, that's not a way to celebrate. What would be a good celebration, right? So tomorrow's a work day, Monday. So maybe we've got a possibility that either Warlord Games or Mantic Games emails me back saying, hey, yeah, Table, we love to sponsor you. That would be a bit of a treat, wouldn't it? If one of them got back to me tomorrow during the stream to celebrate 100 hours. Oh, that'd be lovely. That would be a real treat. Maybe that could happen. Tomorrow's also the 2nd of February, which means also the stamping plates are due to arrive. Ooh, guys. I'm sensing a convergence of possibilities here. It's possible that on Tuesday's stream, we're stamping stuff. Yeah, there's definitely... I feel like some things are aligning for tomorrow. I feel like we might have cause to celebrate with the death whistle. I really did not bother cleaning up these models. Almost the same day. But still, the fates are aligning. And also, what else happens tomorrow? We ding 1000 on Instagram as well. So streaming opens up. There's a lot of things converging tomorrow. And also, I bet that's when I get a phone call from Henry Cavill saying, hey, servitor number 6, the role's yours. Yeah, we're going to fly you out for that. Lobotomize you and then stick you in the show. And then, what else? Games Workshop will call. Hey, we like what you're doing. Before we lose you to Mantic Games and Warlord Games, we'd like to send you out a few bits. And maybe give you this gift voucher to use the painting app and get some more colours. We like what you're doing with what you've got, but we feel like you should have a lot more colours. You're welcome. We love you. You know? Assembling on TikTok. I'm assembling 2 Assault Terminators. And the Plague Burster. The giant Death Guard tank. I was looking for my Saturnine Terminator Predators, but I couldn't find them. I hadn't actually set up before the stream. I had very little time, so I just grabbed anything I could to assemble. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, so I think all those things are going to happen tomorrow. It's going to be a pretty busy day. So, yeah, we'll get some sponsorships. We'll get a role in my first ever acting debut as a lobotomized bit of metal man. Yeah, that's the one. Plague Burst Crawler. Yeah, the really, really big tank. So I've started assembling that. And, yeah, it felt nice to be assembling stuff. And I didn't realize until I started the stream that speedrunning assembly is actually something that interests me. Seeing how fast I can get stuff assembled. Yeah, it turns out that tickles my pickle. So I think that's what I'm going to do on TikTok. No one really watches anyway. So it's just a little challenge I can do for myself. You get the achievement after 30 minutes. So I'll just speedrun how much I can do in 30 minutes. And also, never again have guests. Never, ever again. Well, Freds, what about Instagram? Instagram's the other one. And then after that, we're talking like having to pay for Streamlabs, which I think is like 18 euros a month. So that would open up other platforms, but I mean, 18 euros a month. That's after 2 months. That's a model, you know. Like I don't want to do that. Congratulations, KS. That's good going. Have I done all the golds on that weapon? I think I have. Yeah. I've got to check for bangles and bracelets now. Well, apparently, from my research, if I wanted to stream on Kick, which also has achievements on my mobile, I have to do it through Streamlabs. So, but I don't think I want to pay for that. I like achievements and all, but I don't like having to pay a monthly fee just to do it. It's the wrong way round. The channel has to re-monify me, not demonify me. No, I don't like OBS. I can't get the settings right. I've never got the settings right. It's no good. Plus, OBS mobile, is that a thing? I'm never touching OBS again. Not unless like we're super big butt channel and someone's paid to do it for me. Nah, I've got like PTSD from the phrase "table's not working right, stream's broken, table." I'm never going back. I'm like one of those shell-shocked World War One soldiers. As soon as OBS is mentioned, I'm like, nah, bit rate, nah, yeah. Optimal settings tutorial. Oh, I just noticed there's a little teeny tiny frog down here. Hello, little frog. Now that there is definitely a bit of gold, I feel. Ah, Big Mac. I'm so happy you were able to step down from your ivory business throne to come talk to us mere humble non-traders. How's it going in the Northern Michigan business? Northern Michigan business, population 200 of where you live, managing industrial chemicals and machinery. How goes it? Gold and silver investments. Yes. I remember. Rare earth metals you mentioned. Yep. A remarkably sound and cognitive response, actually, to how goes it. How unusual. That is also consistent. You mentioned that last time. Who else do we know who likes assembling tank models? Schmitters. The suspicion intensifies. Oh, it'd be lovely, wouldn't it? What a treat that would be. Or it was be like, it's me. It's been me this whole time. It's me, Big Mac, or should I say my real name, Henry Cavill. Hello. Yes, I am indeed the Man of Steel. That industrial machinery I was managing was my Man of Steel persona. Wouldn't that be amazing? Or Big Mac, it's your boy, CEO of Warhammer. Hello, here is some vouchers for everyone. Thanks for being good sports. Possibilities are endless, guys. I hope if they do reach out to me, right? I hope they reach out to me in a sufficiently Emperor of Man kind of way. I feel like they should like they've not just say, oh yeah, hello, table, aka yada yada yada, Mister. What about this business? I would like them to reach out with me with some kind of, I don't know, some kind of friggin' something Imperium of Manny, you know. Like, we've judged you and found you wanting. However, here is your chance of redemption. Yada, yada, yada. You know, something like that. I'd love something like that. It won't happen, but a girl can dream. Not that it won't happen in that the sponsorship happens, but it won't be delivered in such a theatrical way, you know? You know what I mean, guys. Okay, I'm trying to take off this bristle. We've got our first deserter. I tried to bend it, but the synthetic brush is too strong, so I'm going to try a pair of tweezers. Yeet. Ah, Christ. No, stubborn bristle. Okay, I'm just curling it. I'm going to try cutting it. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, something like that. The Imperium of Mom. Something like that. I don't mind. I'm not fussed. I'd like some Administratum Grey, but I think I've thrown it back into the pile. Alright, we're just going to go pallid. Pallid witch flesh for the stone. Yeah, something would be good. What I'm hoping, you never know. If Warlord or Mantic get back to me, right? Maybe there might be like a jealous girl thing going on. Like, hey, what's Table doing? What's Table doing flirting with those guys? Why is he flirting with them? Now I want him. Kind of like that kind of girl logic. They didn't want me before, but as soon as other boys start noticing me. Do you know what I mean by that analogy? It makes sense, right? That's a theory. Could be that. I need to do these eyes as well. I can't just leave them. I was thinking about just leaving them, but part of me thinks I should do something with them. I feel like after 100 hours, we've passed that point of ignoring eyes. Blub. I can live with that. Bit of ink, tone it down a little bit. Reptiles have little eyes anyway. I feel like I should come in at the side a little bit. Give it a little bit more forward facing. Yeah, I can live with that. Teeth. That's what 100 hours will get you guys. And the thing is, like, I'm no deity. I'm just a guy in a cupboard. So if 100 hours will get you this, then it's no different to you guys getting it. I definitely want some more synthetic brushes. I'll tell you what I've got really into is just like getting a bit of paint on and just throwing a paintbrush in the pot and grabbing a new brush. That's definitely been a big one. Like if I just had two brushes, one medium, one fine, it's way too much brush washing for one paint job. This doesn't have much ink in. It's a bit wishy-washy. Might need a couple of coats. I'm pretty weak at weathering. I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm not very good at weathering. But on the old Plague Buster Crawler, I need to try weathering because I want to move up into vehicles. And not just easy vehicles like Nurgle or Orcs. I mean like actual tanks and doing like weathering and mud effects and rust. I really want to... I'm not so good at that, you know? It's definitely something that I'm weak at. But the good thing is, when you're spending this much time painting, you get the opportunity to try cracking out on those things. So yeah, it's a plan. I do want to move into vehicles. So no, not really. My only attempt at weathering, let's see if I've got a piece nearby. No, it's my Necromunda terrain, and it doesn't look weathered. It doesn't look good. It's not good weathering. Hey, you never know. I might end up invited onto like big painting channels to teach me a technique. You know, it could be like, if you could teach me, then you can teach anyone, sort of thing. Oh, but I might have to show my face in a video. Ooh. Oh, yeah, me too. Big time. Like when I'm painting, because like you know, we've all got stuff in real life, and real life is kind of horrid. There's a lot of rough stuff, but when you're painting a model, you can just concentrate on that. And with the talking as well, I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed, and then I snap back into it when I stop the stream. But it's nice. It's really nice. It's a great hobby for just taking a little holiday from the stresses. But the thing is, I'm on holiday every day now. It's bonkers. Oh, I've definitely missed a bit of gold here. Thanks, Francois. Currently low. Weathering, I mean, you've seen what I'm rocking colours and paints-wise, so we can't add to that. I've got to figure it out with what I've got going on. If you think you can undertake that challenge and still help me, then... I'm going to do that gold because my gold's fading and I want it to dry, preferably before I have to ink it. Okay, yeah, it would have to be the non-fancy stuff, Francois. But any techniques or tips you have that don't involve fancy stuff, I am all ears. I'd love to hear. Oh, yeah, loved it. The Lamenter's amazing. Guys, if you haven't seen that Lamenter, it's well worth a look. It's really good. Really, really tasty model. It's well worth taking the time to have a little look-see. You'll have to... I can't remember exactly off the top of my head how you get to it, but I'm sure Francois would be willing to guide us in the direction. But trust me, it's well worth a look. It's lovely. It's not a regrettable moment of time spent searching for it. Okay, so obviously, okay, so I've got a real soft spot for the older tanks, but I would probably, if I got to choose any tank, I would go either for the 40k or the 30k Demolisher, Space Marine Demolisher tank, if I could pick, and I'm leaning towards the 30k one. However, if money was no object, I mean, Rogel Dawn's a bit of a beautiful beast. But then again, the Heavy Bolter Baneblade variant is also disgustingly good. So, I mean, but they're both really big paint projects. So I would say, I think if it's my first one, I'd probably go for something like a Razorback, maybe. But the 30k Demolisher is a gorgeous tank. I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't, just go have a look, because it's really, really beautiful. Yeah, I really, really like those. Oh wait, I do have some tanks. I've got two. I got two Mechanicum armored conveyors. There we go. There's some tanks I've got there. I've got two tanks. I should crack them out. They need assembling. Yeah, I'd probably go 30k Demolisher. That'd probably be my first one. But I've got a soft spot for Basilisks as well. They're pretty tasty. But I'm holding off on Guard because I don't know who my conscript proxies will be. I need a conscript unit that I can replace Cadians with. I need how do I make Cadians look more like conscripts? You know, they've got armor, they got guns. I need them to look a little bit more like they've just been thrown on planet. You know, I don't want the hardened troops. I want guardsmen with half the leadership. No, I haven't got a dry palette, Francois. I've been mixing these on a wet palette. But I have, from time to time, mixed stuff. But I did mix stuff on a plastic Tupperware lid. But I've subsequently not done it again. And I think it shows with how I'm painting as well. So, there are loads of Okay, so my theory is this, right? There's loads of Necron, what do you call it? Squads, boxes of units, right? There's probably like 5 or 6 different kinds that I would buy, and then intermix them into squads, and then bang, you got Techno Barbarians. But how to proxy those as guardsmen, I don't know. All right, time for me to get out some Agrax. Praise Agrax! Okay, guys. I've just had a shocking thought with regards to Agrax's lore. What if Agrax, right? Just hear me out. Remember I said Agrax needs a full name? What if Agrax's name was Agrax Null? Oh, shut the front door. What a possibility. What if Agrax Null was 2 sides of the same coin? Oh. Just saying. Agrax Null. The lack of reaction makes me think I'm barking up the wrong tree. Although on the subject of Null, someone contacted me. They said I was watching a stream last week, and we were considering if you'd be willing to sign up with our company for a company account for Lord Null. It was something called OnlyFans. I don't know what that is, but they were very interested in Null. For what reason they didn't say, but they were very keen to sign him. Yeah, it was most mysterious. Yeah, the plan. It's a lot easier. You can get the torsos really easily. I'd heavily recommend doing that. Magnetizing it was a lot of work. And if I had the bucks, I would have totally just bought a torso. In hindsight, Plus, you could have two models on display rather than loads of different weapons and arms lying around. So it's more fun in that department as well. So yeah, I'd recommend going that way too. Don't tread the same path I did. It just ends up with lots of extra bits. Oh yeah, you said the exact same thing, Warden. We said the exact same thing. There you go. Yeah, it's true. You print off two torsos. If you buy one Tyrant and two torsos, you get yourself three different Tyrant variants. Because you can go winged Hive Tyrant, ground Tyrant, and then Swarmlord. Oh no, you need an extra pair of legs. Tell a lie. If you had two torsos and one pair of legs, you could get all three. I think 3 for 1 is good, frankly, because the winged variant has its own legs anyway. So I feel like that. I feel like that's a. If you find them, I'd be tempted to pick up a Tyrant because 3 for 1's really good, and I only have one Tyrant, and I feel like I should have loads. Yeah, Agrax and Retributor armor do go together well. They do, really do, Francois. It's a good shout on your part. That was one of your great tips. I like Reichland, but I also like changing it up a bit. But yeah, I can't take credit for Agrax on gold. It's definitely Francois' suggestion. He gets full credit for that. Oh, Agrax. Little slip up there. It's alright, it's fine. It's Agrax. You can never have enough. So what if some goes on the stone? I can clean it up later. Or not clean it up. It's freaking stone, you know? It's not meant to look immaculate. Oh, that's quite a lot of Agrax. Okay, that's good. Whilst this grey is still relatively alive, I want to do the base. We get to do the frog tomorrow as well, which will be a treat. Just paint these Weyland-Yutani symbols. There we go. 500 layers. Yeah, we should get one on before we go, shouldn't we? Thanks for the heads up. For some reason, I've got an image in my head. You know that movie Troy, right? You know when Hercules, Brad Pitt, goes up to the gates of Troy and he's like, Hector! Hector! He's just shouting for ages. And he's like, Hector! And the gates open and Hector comes out. For some reason in my mind, I was like, imagining being like, Titus! Titus! And then the gates open and this guy just waddles out. Oh, blah, blah. Hercules. Don't know why that was in my head, but it was. That's all right, Bull. It's all good, man. I'm definitely background. Like I say, it's always been the case with streaming. You get one person chatting, and you're gold, and you can tick the chit chat box. You know, you get conversation. So don't worry about being tired at all. Oh, this ain't Macragge. Cantor. Okay, well, it's a blue. On you go. I guess if we can do old off blue, we can do Cantor blue. Just means the blues last longer before I have to buy more. There we go, Titus, another layer. Let's tick the box. So, let's tick Titus first. So tomorrow's stream we'll definitely get this guy finished. He's very nearly done. We'll definitely get him finished tomorrow. And we'll celebrate our 300 hours. No, 100 hours. Let's take Blue Tech off. Yeet. Excellent. If you haven't dropped a like, now's the time, gents. Let's record our hours. We're on 9:06 now. 9:03. 3 hours left, guys. Amazing. Which we will definitely hit tomorrow. Okay, Big Mac, you're just in time for me to say bye. But yeah, guys, I don't know if you can tell. But I've really enjoyed myself. Been a lot of fun. I shall catch you for routine re-establishment. Tomorrow's stream is 11:30 GMT plus 2 to 2:30 PM GMT plus 2. Okay? And at some point there'll be a random TikTok 30-minute speed build stream. But you don't need to worry about that. In the meantime, been an absolute pleasure, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's so nice. Just absolutely lovely. Right, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye. Love you.